Authentic Sports Talk. Anthony Munoz. I'm the host. And today, what you've all been waiting for, finally, since episode 1, we've been trying to get this guy. It's hard to get to this guy. He is a very, very busy man. I had to do so much juggling. I tried so many times to get him on the show. And he's finally here, which you've all been waiting for. Mike Valle from the Pelicans Podcast.
Round of applause, guys. Mike Valle here from the Pelicans Podcast. And I'm joining your host, Anthony Munoz. So let's get this party started. What kind of questions are you going to ask me, man?
Okay, so today's show, we're going to interview Mike Valle. So we're going to ask him as many questions as we can because it's hard to get...
Time is money, guys. Time is money.
It's hard to get him on the show. And I've already... All right. First of all, this is episode 13. And for those of you who've heard episode 10, that was one hell of a show. That was super funny. And this guy has not seen episode 10.
I got to hear episode 10, man, because if he's bashing me, he got lucky I didn't hear that episode before this interview.
Oh, Jesus. So, this show... For those of you who've seen episode 10, this is Mike Valle, who was supposed to be with us in the episode 10 where we talk about our future with the CE Network, the Creative Entertainment Network. And if you watched that episode, I'm not going to say anything about it because I don't want to spoil it. So, the first question that I want to ask is, how did you become a Pelican Hornets fan?
Oh, man. This dates back in 2006. Maybe it dates around the same time I heard your story of when you became a Celtic fan. That was crazy. I never knew that until I heard it on the episode 1, I believe, for Authentic Sports Talk. But yeah, I became a Pelican-Hornet fan in high school. I had to find a team that I liked. You know, I was starting to get into basketball. I wasn't so much into it before, so I was like, shit, man, I gotta find a team. These guys are talking about Celtics and Lakers and shit, and I'm like, the fuck do I do? I don't want to be a Laker fan because, you know, I like arguing. And I like being against everybody. So I was like, I gotta find a team that's not the fucking Lakers. I have to find myself a unique team. So, who the hell am I gonna start following? I started watching some basketball videos. I come across David West, man. It wasn't even Chris Paul who introduced me to the Hornets. It was David West. I see some videos of David West shoot a three-pointer, and I'm like, what the fuck? That shit was nice. It was a game-winning 3. So I started paying attention to these Hornets. And, you know, I had to keep my cool with this basketball thing because, I didn't want to fuck another thing up, man. Like I said, I wasn't so good into sports at that time. I was just starting high school and, you know, I wasn't really into it. So I screwed over in football. So I didn't want to do the same with basketball. In football, guys, man, I took a test.
Wait, hold on. Before you say this story, Mike Valle, he does not know anything about football. Do you even have a favorite football team?
I'm a Rams fan, guys, because I'm from Los Angeles and I got a Rams jersey. But like he goes back to dating that I don't have a football team. He's right, man. I've jumped around. I have a Saints jersey. At first I was claiming to be a Chargers fan. I was like LT all the way, LaDainian Tomlinson, you know. But I just never stuck to it. I never stuck to football. I said, all right, this year is going to be the year, and I became a Rams fan because, you know, LA got a team now. But,
do you know what team LT plays for right now?
LT must be right now with... I'm good at these guessing games. I might not know, but... Seahawks. Shit. The Jets.
LT is retired and he
That was my first guess, but I thought it was a trick question, guys. You see?
he got inducted to the Hall of Fame this year. He's a Hall of Famer.
I knew that. I knew he couldn't be playing this long, man. This is back to 2007.
I mean, Tom Brady was playing in 2007, and he's still here.
Tom Brady's keeping himself in a good condition. No, one thing I do know is that one Cowboys guy, what's his name? All the girls liked him. Tony Romo?
Yeah.
Now he's trash, and he's done, right?
Yeah, he's playing for I think he's in the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, shit. See, I didn't know. But yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. He's a reporter. He's not in the NFL.
Yeah, that's what I knew. That's what I thought. But yeah, moral of the story is I suck at football, guys.
All right, so tell your story. Tell your story about the test.
Yeah. So that test I took was knowing our knowledge about football since we were playing it in school. So, guys.
What grade was this?
This was 9th grade.
Okay.
I was a freshman. I was a rookie, you know. And the test said, what is the player that runs in, whatever. I forgot what it was. I still don't know how to describe this position.
So, basically, the question was, what position does a player who catches the football?
So, obviously, this is the wide receiver, right, guys? So, my dumbass puts the Y receiver, as in the Y, letter Y, receiver, thinking like the fucking math formula, Y receiver and shit. So, my fucking PE teacher starts cracking up and gives me full credit because he thought I was trying to be funny when I was being serious. Yeah. And I didn't know. And I felt stupid after. Because they started asking me questions about, like, why did I try to be funny? And I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
That's the kind of shit that me and my friend Jose, we always ask Mike stupid questions like, did you hear the news of the Tennessee, we just make fake teams up, and we ask him about it, and he looks so serious like he's about to answer the question. And me and my friend, we suck at this. So we always start cracking up. So if you guys ever talk to Mike, you guys are probably better at it than me. You guys could probably get him better than us. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. So I gave up on football. So like, fuck that. So going back to basketball. Basketball, guys, I know it like the palm of my hand.
Wait, so you said you like the
at that time, the New Orleans
Hornets because of David West.
That's some crazy shit, man. Crazy shit watching David West play. But whatever. That's what got me into it. And, you know, luckily for me at that time, it was one of the best decisions of my life because they were a good team that year. And I didn't even know that. I just, you know, ran into that shit and, you know, I liked it. And I started seeing Chris Paul and I'm like, CP3, man, this nigga's lit. This nigga's real. He's a real deal. Seeing him cross over, take shots, I'm like, damn, this guy.
Wait, what year was this?
This was a year before that good season, so 06, 07, yeah, 06, 07. So I start seeing Chris Paul. You know, he has a good season.
Wait, was that his rookie year?
I think it could have been. Yeah, I think it was his rookie year.
So he was MVP talk sophomore year?
Yeah. Yeah, sophomore year, Chris Paul, young-ass player at that time. I mean, yeah, Derrick Rose was an MVP yet, so Chris Paul was being in talks of being one of the youngest the following year. And you know, I watched him play, I watched him handle the game, and I was, like, defending him all the way. I had a friend, Jose, like Anthony Munoz here, talks about, who will always argue with me that Darren Williams was better than Chris Paul, and I understand Darren Williams was like his kryptonite at some games, but he wasn't better. And I mean, look at that shit now. Darren Williams is trash. But yeah, I mean, Chris Paul.
Darren Williams has been to the finals though.
But does he have a ring? He joined a championship team as trash. Chris Paul could do the same, but he's worthy of himself. You know, he's still getting paid max money. Darren Williams had to take some fucking veteran minimum. What kind of player is that?
I'm willing to bet that Chris Paul will not go to the conference finals this year.
I agree with you. I don't want him to go because he is no longer a New Orleans Hornet / Pelican. To me, Chris Paul is dead. I stay true to the team, not to the player. The moment he wanted out, I appreciated everything he did for the city of New Orleans. He was there from Hurricane Katrina. He went through all that shit, and he helped them rebuild. So I give him mad props. This is a good guy. But that guy's dead to me now. He's a fucking Rocket. What the fuck is a Rocket, man? You know the Rockets with. They got all Hornet Pelican players over there now.
Wait, do you like him going to the Rockets?
I think Chris Paul should have fucking not agreed to that shit. He should have told them, trade me to San Antonio. Because I don't think he's a good fit in Houston. Him and James Harden both want the ball in their hands. Chris Paul always plays in control of the momentum and the whole flow. I mean, no offense, I love the guy and all, but he runs a slow rhythm. He runs a fucking... He's smart, he has good IQ, basketball IQ, but his pace of game is slow. And James Harden's pace is fast, you know? The Rockets are supposed to be an offensive, attacking team, and Chris Paul is just going to slow them down.
Are you offended that Chris Paul didn't want to go back to New Orleans?
Not really. I mean, that was never in talks. They never mentioned it to him.
Yeah, but he was from there. I mean, don't you think he should have some loyalty to New Orleans? And Anthony Davis is there. DeMarcus Cousins is there. He has help.
Man, he should have thought about it. I think he's stupid for not thinking about it. Chris Paul, you got good IQ, but sometimes I doubt you, man. Maybe it's because he found out Rondo went over there, and him and Rondo beefed it since back then, you know. Rondo clowned on him when he was a Celtic and had a ring and said, I got a ring and you don't. Chris Paul got butthurt and he wanted to leave New Orleans. That's what happened. The year after Rondo opened his eyes, fucking Chris Paul wanted out. Fucking Rondo, man. Fucking Rondo. But now he's on our team, so it's cool. It's all good. It's all good. Plus, that led to Anthony Davis. So, you know, it's all good. All these puzzles, they add up. And now we got a fucking phenomenal franchise player in Anthony Davis. One-of-a-kind player. Who the fuck would have had Anthony Davis if Chris Paul would have never left?
So, what the hell? Why? Okay, I understand that you're a loyal fan, but you said you picked the Hornets because you like David West and stuff. But why didn't you switch teams like later on?
Man, I didn't want to be that fucking jumper, man. Everyone's always talking about fucking bandwagons and shit. One year you're a Laker fan, the next year, oh shit, Celtics took it. You're a Celtic fan. Then you're a Cavs fan. Then there's people fucking on the bandwagon, on that Miami bandwagon. I almost jumped on that Golden State bandwagon for a second, but
actually, before the Golden State Warriors got good, I think I was probably one of the first out of my fans to like them. Because I just liked the team. Like they had a good flow on 2K. Everyone liked them. So I said, you know, because I want to have a second like favorite team because I love the NBA so much, and I don't know, just having one team is kind of boring to me, and I want more to talk about, more things to look forward to in the NBA season.
Yeah, man, I agree. Fucking, I almost jumped on that Golden State bandwagon. Well, I was, you know, into them before that when they had Monta Ellis and rookie Steph and all that. But then they started taking all these wins and shit. And I'm like, I gotta drop it before they call me a bandwagon. So, yeah, I had to drop it. But either way, I hate Golden State now. Because the Pelicans have only made the playoffs. And now I think it was, 4 years ago? And who's the one that shut us down? Golden State. They swept us. They took out the broom on us. Put us down the fucking doormat and shit. And, I mean, we had one fucking game. And all Pondexter had to do was hold the fucking ball. That was all the instructions Monty Williams gave him. Hold the ball. But nah, he didn't. And what he was supposed to do was, the moment, first they started fucking up all this shit. Golden State went on a run. It came down to 5 seconds left. And
hey, is that the one where Steph shot a crazy 3 in the corner?
Yeah, exactly. That fucking game. Golden State came back, and then, okay, the game was by we were up 3. We were up 3. And then Monty told him, call timeout, 5 seconds left, we're up by 3. What do you do when you're up by 3? And you playing against a fucking shooting team? you fucking foul them before they take a shot. You gotta foul Steph Curry. So that was the instructions. Pondexter, foul Steph Curry. Nah, he's in there fucking trying to defend him. And then, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say. He forgets to foul him. He didn't foul him. Curry throws up a shot. Luckily he missed. But who the fuck is there? Was it Draymond? Draymond catches that shit. Steph runs to the corner, and then it gets passed back to Steph. And then Steph fucking hits a three on Davis's face to fucking tie up the game, go overtime, and then just take us out. Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's why Karma's a bitch, man. That's why Pondexter missed 2 seasons. After that, he got hurt. he hasn't played since that playoffs.
God
That's
damn.
karma on that guy, man. For not understanding instructions. What the fuck?
Damn, that
You know?
sucks for him.
Yeah, like, it's simple instructions. You gotta foul the man. You
Wait.
don't let Steph Curry fucking shoot the 3.
Wait, but after that, you guys had an opportunity to win, but you guys just didn't take advantage.
On OT or what?
No, like after he shot the 3.
After Steph Curry shot the 3?
Yeah. Because I remember there was a game where yeah, it was crazy, but you guys still had the last chance to make something happen, and you guys didn't do shit.
I'm not sure if it was that game, but if it was, what the fuck happened to us? Fell apart.
That's basically the Pelicans.
And that's why Monty Williams got fired. I still think he was a good coach, but they blamed him.
That's Pelicans for you in a nutshell. That's how the Pelicans' life is. That's how it's always gonna be. That's how it is.
Man, this is the year the Pelicans changed this shit around.
That's what I've been hearing since 07.
And you're going to continue to hear it because I'm a loyal Pelican fan. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Man, they are composed now of Rajon Rondo, Drew Holiday. Fuck. Small forward. We ain't got shit.
Who's your small forward?
Solomon Hill.
Wait.
A fucking overpaid guy. Or it could be Quincy Pondexter, depending if he finally decides that his knee is in good condition to play. But, you know, coming off a knee injury, he could be done. Anthony Davis, power forward, and DeMarcus Cousins, center. And we have one of the most underrated bench.
Who?
We got Darius Miller coming from overseas that no one knows who he is, except these analysts saying that it's an underrated
That's
player.
what you always say about some of your players, and they never do shit.
And it's true, man. What do you mean? We got some good players. Alexis Ajinka had some good years. He was underrated. Man, Marcus Thornton was killing it for us. Now, where the fuck is he at? He got released by the Wizards or something, but when he was with us, he was a good, underrated player. And now this Darius Miller, I mean, I hope he ends up good. I really do. And then, don't forget the fucking signing that we just got. They said it went the most under-the-radar signing. Our backup shooting guard, Ian Clark. I mean, he had a lot of usage in Golden State, and now we have a championship mentality in there.
All right. Well, this is episode 13. What episode? Oh, yeah, episode 11. I recorded an episode where I talk about the Kyrie Irving trade, and fuck, what was supposed to happen? Oh, the next day, I was waiting. I forgot what the hell was gonna happen, but I wanted to do that episode with Mike, but I didn't want to wait on him because waiting on him is mysterious. I don't know when that shit was gonna get done, so I just did it myself, and I recorded it and I uploaded it within an hour, and I think it's a pretty good episode. I didn't think anything about it. I just gave you my raw thoughts about it. And, well, talking about episode 11, I want to know, what do you think about the Kyrie Irving trade with the Boston Celtics?
Man, that is a trade that every Pelican fan loves. It is a stupid-ass trade for Boston, but you know what? I got mixed emotions for it, too. Kyrie is a superstar, so that's my mixed emotions. Isaiah Thomas carried that team. but he's not a superstar. He just had the right team. But why is this a trade that Pelican fans love? Because, man, these Celtics keep trying to take Anthony Davis from us, which it ain't gonna happen. But Davis got so worried about this shit, he was like, oh, hell no, what the fuck they talking about me going to Boston? I don't want to go to Boston. Who the fuck wants to live in Massachusetts? No offense, guys, from Massachusetts. But, you know, who the fuck wants to go to Massachusetts?
Wait, who the hell wants to live in New Orleans?
Man, New Orleans is the #1 tourist destination in the U.S. What do you mean?
It's the #1 crime city, too.
That's not a true lethal fact. You're forgetting about Chicago, Detroit. We living in Los Angeles.
Okay,
Come on, man.
top 10 most dangerous city. That is not a good place to be.
I still don't think they're even top 10.
We'll
I
do
know
the
it's dangerous,
research.
but let's do some research on that. But
I don't
I've
have
done some
anything
research
on me.
lately, and man, come on, what's going on in Charlottesville and all those other fucking cities? New Orleans ain't getting that kind of crime. They're just celebrating Mardi Gras. They're always happy over there.
What if another Katrina comes? You
Man,
don't hear about
somebody
that
10
stuff.
years later already.
You don't hear that shit in Boston?
You don't hear shit about Boston besides their sports teams. That's all you hear about. Luckily,
That's
they got
why.
good sports teams.
That's why Boston is the best sports city. The fans love their sports. They love their teams, and I want to go to a Boston game because it's
This guy
probably
says
dope.
all these Boston fans are loyal, but they were chanting Kobe MVP the year before they were that good.
Okay. They might not be 100% loyal fans because all Boston fans care about is rings. But if you go, I mean, I've never been to a game, but they are freaking like they get hyped.
They're pretty hype. You're right. They're really good. I think the only fans better than Boston fans are OKC fans.
Oh hell yeah, OKC
But besides
fans.
that, and Portland fans are very hyped too. I remember I think fucking Lakers always had a hard time with Portland because of the fans. They get too rowdy in there. But yeah, I mean OKC fans are crazy. Those are real fans. But yeah, I agree. Boston fans are pretty lit. You guys are good. But yeah, that city. Davis don't want to go there. Davis doesn't want to go there. But yeah, back to the real point of this topic was.
What the fuck? That was Mike Valle burping.
Excuse me, guys. Anthony Munoz just sponsored me with a Coca-Cola product. And had to let the gas out, you know. Rather come out from there than the other side. You guys know what I mean?
Okay, here's the
But-
story. We went to Jack in the Box, and we were eating in there because we were just chilling. And this is, what time is it? 1:15 a.m. So this was like oh shit, we're recording 23 minutes now. This was like 30 minutes ago.
You guys probably wouldn't even be hearing this long. It's
Yeah.
gone by now.
So this was 30 minutes ago. The reason we left Jack was because Mike wanted to fart in the car. Not fart on the way to the car, fart inside of the car. Can you believe that? That is some crazy ass shit.
You gotta let the gas out somewhere, and there's too many people at Jack.
But there was no one on the way to the car.
There was a girl outside.
Are you kidding me? You're taken. Who cares?
Didn't want to destroy her pretty little nose. Didn't want to contaminate the air.
All right. Today is Saturday. Wednesday, we recorded a episode with him. He said he was going to release it on Thursday, and it is Saturday, and it's still not released.
Yeah, I said Thursday. You know, it's another Thursday's coming up in a few days. So Thursday will be the release of my episode 2 on Pelican Podcast.
This episode will probably be out before that episode, and this is episode 13. Since that day, I've released episode 9, episode 10, episode 11. 3 episodes since that day. And episode 11, I did it after you recorded your episode.
Says this guy got a lot of time in his hands. He's a lucky guy, man.
Nah, man, 20 minutes. Nah, I use my time very wisely. So,
Lucky
yeah.
guy, man. Lucky guy. But alright, guys, going back to this Pelican shit slash Celtic, and my input was why did I enjoy this trade? Was because the Celtics gave up that one pick that they were valuing so much. That one pick they wanted to, get a superstar in return, and a superstar like Anthony Davis. Now they just gave up an asset. Plus they gave out Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder would have been a good pickup for us, but I mean, either way, we weren't gonna do it, and now it's even less likely. Even with that Laker pick, it's less probable for it to happen now. So yeah, it's a good thing. Celtics losing assets is a good thing for us because that takes away value from obtaining Anthony Davis. But he's a loyal guy. He ain't gonna go anyways. But back to my other input on this. Man, Isaiah Thomas did so much for fucking Boston. For freaking Boston, man. IT played a game after his sister died, and he carried that team on his back. He was scoring. He was doing everything. I give him props. And I feel bad for him. You know why? Because they bash on him because he's 5'9". Because that's the main shit they all say. He ain't a superstar because he's 5'9".
Okay.
And he can't play defense because he's 5'9". And okay, it's true. Kyrie does play better D because he's 6'4". But I mean, it ain't his fault. He's 5'9". He's done the best he can with 5'9".
I think this 5'9" touches a little too much to your heart, and that's all I'm gonna say.
It sure does, man. I feel for the guy. He's done a lot. He just carried the team on his back, and I just felt bad because he's been around. Not only that, poor Isaiah Thomas been Sacramento. Where else has he
Phoenix.
fucking been? He went to Phoenix, right? He went to Sacramento. He's been to Phoenix.
That's it.
That's it. That's still around, man. That's still. I mean, because every year it sounded like he did pretty good, and every year he'll get traded. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
What the
that's true.
fuck? Every year he was doing good.
Every year he gets traded, and he's not like he's a bad player.
Yeah, he's not a bad player.
It's just that he's 5'9".
That's
the
the
only
main reason
problem.
why they fucking throw him around, because he's 5'9". And this year was his best year with Boston, and he said it himself. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to remain a Celtic the rest of my life. He said he wanted to retire there.
But he also said he wanted a max contract.
But he wanted the moolah. But you know what? Everyone's getting paid anyway. So these max contracts are looking ridiculous now. All these kind of players are getting money. But I think he would have worked something out. I think he would have been loyal. Because someone doesn't like to be hold around, and he's being hold around so much, he's probably like, man, I just want to stay in Boston.
Yeah, that's true. That's a topic that I was gonna get into later, and it's that Boston ownership is very disloyal to their players. If they have a good chance to shop you around, they'll shop anyone around, and they transform the whole team just for championships, and they don't show any sign of loyalty. They traded away Paul Pierce,
Yeah, he
who
was supposed to fucking... I mean, he is retiring as Boston, but he was supposed to play his whole career in Boston. Like, That's crazy. Like, Kobe was Kobe, and Kobe fucking Laker his whole life. Even if he was a New Orleans... well, it wasn't New Orleans. Even though he was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, he never even put that jersey on. I mean, he's always been a fucking Laker. And, I thought Paul Pierce at that time, even when he beefed it with Kobe, he claimed that he's a Celtic for life, and Celtic this, Celtic that, even though he grew up hating the Celtics. He was Celtic for life, and then fucking Boston traded his ass. Said, oh, you too old, you too wrinkly, let's get some assets.
Yeah, and I think that might be one of the reasons players don't want to go to Boston, for the simple fact that they might get traded, or if they don't work out for Boston, they know that they'll be in trade talks all the time, because Boston's always trying to win rings, and they'll shop anyone away.
Yeah, Boston ownership is giving the brand a bad name, and that might be
For the what the
place
fuck?
should I go to? I don't know why he's laughing, but yeah, man.
Oh shit!
Isaiah Thomas. That guy would have been loyal to them. But yeah, Boston's not loyal.
So in the long run, I have a bad feeling this might hurt us as Boston fans for not being loyal. Because I'm pretty sure if we have a chance, We'll trade Gordon Hayward. We'll trade anyone away if we can get a better player. And that speaks a lot about the loyalty in Boston. And
Yeah,
kind of got to think about this.
Fucking keeping Kyrie 2 years. I don't even know. Kyrie might even get traded. Hey, man, you didn't take us to the championship.
We're going to change your ass.
Swap you. You got 1 year left. Let's swap you.
Hey, that could happen. We could trade Kyrie in this
Yeah, he does
next
have
year.
2 years, so he could get swapped out if he doesn't play good this year.
I didn't even think about that. We could trade Kyrie if we have to. Yeah. We could trade him to a contending team and get some picks or something.
Get something for Kyrie.
I mean, that's the Boston way, you know. Fuck, man, that's crazy. I never thought about it like that.
Hey guys, 2018 here. Kyrie Irving just gets traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James has signed with Los Angeles, and Kyrie gets his team back. That'll be the what the fuck moment of the year. Kyrie gets traded back to Cleveland by Boston, gets back Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas, and what is his name? Michael Porter Jr. because they can't get the pick back anymore.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Ridiculous.
But this episode wasn't supposed to be this long. But Mike talks a lot, so that's good because he has a podcast, so he needs to talk. But
now I just need to record.
Yeah, you talk, but you don't do anything about your talking. You just waste it. You talk to no one. You need to talk to your podcast people because they want to hear this stuff. I don't care. I don't want to hear you, but they want to hear you.
Because dropping content to you guys.
There's not a lot of Pelicans fan pages and stuff. You have a potential to hit a good market and take over.
And I'm loyal. I'm about to come out on Pelican Weekly magazine.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But and I got potential to do that.
Yeah, we can fly over there.
Interview me. I'm gonna be like, I'm located in Los Angeles, California, and then they'll buy me my plane tickets. So I'm waiting for that day. 2018 is the day.
Well, you need to first start off by putting out content. And
so guys, go check out my videos. Hopefully by this episode I have 2 videos up.
This episode is going to be put up on Sunday.
So I got a deadline, guys. Sunday. It's my deadline. Or you guys can go ahead and comment on my first video and say, what the fuck are you doing, Pelican Podcast? You need to start dropping some content for us.
Yeah, man, because this is what we like to do. And this is pretty cool. And this is brought to you by the CE Network. I am in the talks of adding another show to our network. It is going to be really good. And I'm also in the works for 2 episodes. The other episode is going to be a collaboration. It's going to be something crazy. And stay tuned.
Guys, to get that clear, CE Network. Creative Entertainment Network. Not CN Network. Not the Cartoon Network. Thanks, guys.
All right, that's it for this guy. This is Anthony Munoz and Mike Valle signing out. Peace out.
Live video monitoring in there. I'll jump over and take a piss. Don't come on in there, video. Oh, fuck, man. I'm gonna take a mean ass piss. Okay, weenie hurts.
You should listen to episode 10 on your way home.
That's what I'm gonna do right now. Got a head start right now. What the fuck you did? You uploaded it?
Yeah.
Tom Brady made some bullshit statements that he never took drugs. He did take drugs. He started to smell 1XG until he comes faster.
For real? This nigga lie, huh?
Yeah.
Tom Brady got 2 women pregnant. They're all in the bathroom. Women in Patriots. All of them got pregnant and they have AIDS. Shocking news. Tom Brady has AIDS. The whole fucking world's gonna end. Fuck. But back to the basketball. Miami Heat finally got a black person to go over an Asian in Japan to do a slam dunk. I don't know how they did it, man. There's so many of those motherfuckers are running around. And I'm pretty sure they have like shitload of kids all over the freaking stadium yelling some bullshit about Japanese shit. And some niggas talking about some anime shit. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yo, be too much niggas in this shit.
And here's your host. And I'm your host, Tommy. Bringing back your actual host, Munoz. You did the whole intro wrong. We're supposed to talk about our future. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus.
Finish it later. Lucky you don't get to see me. My reactions. The fuck, bitch?
You can tell me when you get home.
Ah.